title of First Division with a 3-2 win away to Leicester. Steve Carney opened the scoring in the second minute of the game, and the Newcastle team looked impressive against a Leicester side with 4 regular players out through injury or suspension. David McCreary and Chris Waddle were Newcastle's other scorers. It was also a good day for fun.
I'm going to enjoy the season, I hope. You never know, results are what you enjoy, really.
There was a carnival atmosphere to the curtain raiser at Filbert Street, but those fanatical Newcastle fans soon drowned the band and were celebrating their return to the top flight with a goal after just 3 minutes. Peter Beardsley, who's replaced Kevin Keegan as the idol of Tyneside, battled to win a corner. And from his kick, Steve Carney was on hand to score his club's first Division 1 goal of the 80s. Wallington looked dismayed, but his opposite number, Kevin Carr, was displaying the effect of Jack Charlton's coaching with a powerful header. The Leicester defence frequently got into a muddle when Beardsley threatened. But after some early uncertainty, they started to penetrate Newcastle's left flank. Ramsey showed a delightful touch to set himself up for a shot. And then Banks' tackle released Linex on the right. His deep cross was volleyed back by Alan Smith for Lineker to pounce with a header. Early in the second half, Newcastle grabbed the lead again when McDonald's free kick was headed on by Saunders. Lineker blocked Roda's shot, but McCreary followed up to score. But Lineker was soon playing his more accustomed role at the other end of the field. From a corner on the left, he drove home powerfully through the Newcastle defence. 10 minutes from time, a disastrous error by Wallington gave Waddle a chance he gratefully accepted to make it 3-2. So it was a great return for Newcastle and for Jack Charlton, who's adopted a new approach to the game after his time off when he went hunting, shooting and fishing.
Well, I said the game wouldn't worry me and drive me. I'm not going to have a heart attack over this game anymore. I had a year off last year and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't even remember half the games I've played in 30 years, but I know I worried about every one. And I think, well, what's the point in worrying? Enjoy the game. I enjoyed sitting watching today, and if I got a bit anxious the last 5 minutes, but other than that, I quite enjoyed it.
Welcome back, Big Jack. So victory for him and Newcastle United and for Sheffield.
Club.
They step back into the First Division.
James's Park for Newcastle United's first home game after their return to the First Division. A valuable 2-1 win over Sheffield Wednesday, one of the teams promoted with them. Steve Sutton was there to see the action.
Sheffield Wednesday did the double over Newcastle last season, but it was the home side which had the early chances this afternoon. However, Newcastle failed to capitalise, and it was old boy Imre Varadi who laid on Sheffield's goal. Lee Chapman had no trouble from 5 yards. Peter Beardsley had come close for Newcastle on a number of occasions, and in first half injury time was flattened in the penalty area. The referee didn't hesitate to point to the spot, and it was Beardsley himself who stepped up to take the kick. So 1-1 at half-time in a game that had rarely gone off the boil. And whatever manager Jack Charlton said during the interval, it certainly worked. 5 minutes into the second half, David McCreary put Kenny Wharton through. 2-1 to Newcastle, and the marvellous start to life back in Division 1 continues.
And in the north,
Top of Division 1 tonight after a fine 3-0 win over Aston Villa. Reporting from St James's Park, Doug Weatherall.
It have seemed an unlikely match to decide who went clear top of the First Division after only 3 games. After all, Newcastle have just been promoted and Villa were 10th in the table last season. But they produced thrilling, quality entertainment for a crowd of 34,500. And as a week ago at Leicester, Chris Waddle was Newcastle's hero. In 48 minutes, his low right foot shot from the edge of the area beat unsighted Mervyn Day after a Peter Beardsley pass was deflected to him. Beardsley popped in the second after 78, Waddle having produced a delightful dummy and a shot which was parried. Then Waddle brought the house down with a blistering goal 7 minutes from time. His left footer screaming inside the near post.
Only team in the First Division with a 100% record. Well done, Newcastle. Well, next it's another thriller as